there, fellow coders. Welcome back to our channel. Today, I have an exciting project for you that will take your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to skill to the next level. In this episode of 50 projects in 50 days, we will be exploring project 12, that is event Keycode. So let's just imagine being able to capture and display key codes whenever a user interacts with your website. With this project, you will learn how to create an interactive experience by capturing and keyboard input in a real time any web application. These projects will equip you to necessary skills. Alright, let's get started first with set the HTML structure, creating the necessary element to capture user input. Then we will move on the CSS styling, making our interface visually appealing and user friendly. Finally, we will delve into the JavaScript where the real magic happens. We will write the code that captures the key code and display them on screen dynamically. So guys, let's get started with our HTML code. Okay, guys, fantastic. So we have created our HTML file. Let's look here on our browser. This is how it looks without CSS and JavaScript. But we will make it to look user experience, user appealing and dynamic by using the CSS and JavaScript. First, let's get understand what we have written in our HTML file. So the doc type HTML, line first. This line declares the document type as HTML5 and the HTML lang en in the sense of English. This tag represents the root element of HTML page and the language attribute specifies this language as English. In the head tag, this section contains the meta data about the web pages such as the character encoding and viewport settings, and about the meta charset UTF-8. So this tag specifies the character encoding of a HTML document as UTF-8, which supports the wide range of characters. And the meta viewport sets the viewport properties for the better responsiveness on different devices. This is our meta viewport. So talking about, this is the link tag which link to our external CSS file. This is our title tag, and the title tag is used to show the title of our project on the tabs or in our web or our browsers. So and this is the body tag. So body tag consists of different tags and section. So this is our insert tag. This is our insert div, and we have given the ID insert. In that div we have created a class box, and that is a press any key to get a key code. So this contains a placeholder for dynamically inserting content, and the class box displays a message asking the user to press any key to get a key code. The div class keyboard represents the virtual keyboard and contains the key of a virtual keyboard organized in the rows. Each row is represented by a div class row element. Each key is represented by div element which specifies class and ID. The last one is our script tag. In the script tag, we have used two links, an external JavaScript file named script.js for adding interactivity to the web pages. So that is how overall the HTML code sets up the structure and elements of a web page that includes a virtual keyboard and provides a space to display the keycodes value of press keys. So let's move toward the CSS code. We have just created our CSS file and it looks awesome on the browser. Our project looks like a virtual keyboard, but this is not a dynamic. We will create a script for that, but before that we will first learn and understand what we have written in our CSS file. So let's learn in the CSS code. Okay, so in our project first we have import a Google font, that is Montserrat. If you don't know how to import the Google font, you can refer my first project video. In that project I have explained you how to get the Google font from the Google. Then there is a asterisk symbol here, this CSS style will apply to every element in our CSS code and make sure that the box size is border box. So talking about this is a body tag. In body tag we have given the font family, that is Montserrat, and if it fails to load then sans serif. We have given the some properties of flex, that is display flex. Given the direction of the flex is column, align item to the center, justify content to the center. We are centralizing our content in our web page. Given our height is 100 viewport height. This is the new unit to give the height, that is VH. If you want to give the width, you can use the WH. So that is viewport width width. And this is our insert ID. We have given our insert ID to margin button 50px. This is our box, has some background colors, font weight to 300, padding 20px, flag direction, and also given the position relative. So you may also know that what is position relative, because in interviews many times this question will be asked, what is position relative, what is position absolute. So position is a CSS property sets how an element is positioned in a document. The top, right, bottom and left properties determine the final location of the position element. So there are position like static, relative, absolute, sticky and fixed. So this is our box, contains the small, the top to the minus 24px and given our position absolute. So most of the time these two CSS properties are used align with parents and child. So this will be parents box and position absolute should be a child of that class. So this is our keyboard class, given the background color, position relative, radius of border 10px, and this is our row key, given it box shadow. Box shadow gives a visual appealing to our element, and this is our give the transition. This is used for the animate our keys, and this is our keys, that is backspace key, tab key, slash key. We have given a width for that particular key. So there is nothing fancy in our CSS code. So we have just learned about what we have written in our CSS file. Let's get move toward the JavaScript. Okay, guys, fantastic. We have created our script file here. We have written our JavaScript. Let's go on the browser and check our keyboard is working or not. So let's first press enter key. Working fine. Space, caps locks, and create a different keys like this. Okay. Yes, it's working fine. So let's understand our JavaScript code first. Okay, so firstly in our JavaScript file we have get an element with the ID insert. Always use a const for this, not a var. Okay, because we are not updating this insert. Then we have get all the elements with the class key. This will return an DOM array of object. This is a keys. This is an like a array. Then we have defined our array of colors. These are the colors used randomly when we click on the keyboard like this. If you see, the colors are changing. Then we have created a function to apply key down effect. This is our function and we will pass there a key. And then on the line number 13 we have generated a random color from the colors array. This is our JavaScript inbuilt function mat.floor and mat.random multiply by colors.len. It will throw a random color from a array of these colors. Then we will apply this random color to the key element, that is using the key dot style dot color. Then we will apply a shadow, box shadow to that key and using the random color. We will dynamically giving the box shadow. Also the background color to hash F5 F5 F5. And this is a function to apply the key up effect. This resets the key element styles, that is key dot style dot color, and apply to this color box shadow to none, background color to white. When we click on the keyboard, the our virtual keyboard, so this event will be called. So this is the event listener for our key down event. So when we click on the keys, so firstly we prevent the default behavior of the key code is tab. So if the key code is tab, then we will prevent the default. Then we will update the content of the insert element. So this is our dynamic content, that is the key code and event dot code. Okay guys, so this is not a string, this is a backticks. In the backticks you can use a dynamic or a variables in your strings. That is why we have used the backtick here. This is very helpful when you want to create a dynamic HTML in your JavaScript. And here we loop through the keys and apply key down effect if the key code matches using the for loop. This is our key down effect and pass our key here. This is our event listener for key up event. So in the event listener we loop through the keys and apply the key effect if the key code matches. If the key code is equal to key of I dot id, then we have used the set timeout here. So this is the timer function in JavaScript. It will call after a microsecond of 3. That is why we are using the set timeout function. So this is what in our JavaScript code, guys, and we have understand step by step our project and our JavaScript code. So guys, that's a wrap for today's project. I hope you enjoy learning about key code and how to implement them in your web projects. Remember, practice makes perfect. So keep coding and exploring new possibilities. If you found this video helpful, and please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow coders. If you want to see more exciting projects like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you will never miss an update. And don't forget to check out the description box below for all the code snippets and resources mentioned in this tutorial. Once again, thank you for joining me today. This is a Frontend Genius signing off until the next exciting project. Happy coding!